love that Conehead shirt. Well, I'm sitting here at my tiki bar, but I ain't seen the sun all day. There's a storm out there, but I don't care. Yeah, I've got Mike's weather page. Never go down. Okay. Mike's weather page. You know you were tracking every move it makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know he won't let us all get blown away. Is it just me or is there spinach over here? There's spaghetti models and empty rum bottles, and sometimes Louis says hi. Hey, Louis. But you don't get no hurries and don't have no worries, cause we're drunk donkey nationwide. Everybody now. Mike's weather page. You know he'll be tracking every move that makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know he won't let us all get blown away. Did I ever tell you the story of the drunk donkey? Once upon a time, there was this weather woman. You can come as a pilot, stay kind of quiet, but you know you love watching Mike's page. So put your Conehead shirt on, watch it live on your phone, and drink drunk donkey beer all day. You go down Mike's weather page. You know he'll be tracking every move that makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know he won't let us all get blown away. Is that Blobby Bobby? I think that's Juicy Jerry. Yeah, Mike, throw a party, man.
All right. Party time. That's our Friday song with my one-eye Chevy. That is the Storm Chaser. You notice how many country songs mention Silverados? A lot. Oh, God, we gotta look at my mug right now. Let me refresh. Holy moly. Good morning, everybody. We are streaming live. I think we're streaming live on all platforms this morning. Morning, Miss Shelley. Good to be back in a routine again. We have little Hunter today. I did a picture with Louie this morning, so it's Hunter's time to shine. So, welcome to the Daily Brew. This is our tradition now since 2016. Mike's Weather Page is 20 years old now. We've been streaming live ever since Facebook started doing lives back in 16. We were one of the first, and now we are streaming live everywhere. So welcome, everyone. It is Friday. My biggest decision is going to be what kind of goodies do we get at ABC? I got to meet my buddy OMG Wicks at the Florida Man games, and he did a little video with ABC talking about the Super Bowl and the big game. And oh, I got to turn my phone off. Forgot about that. I got no vibration today. I got called out yesterday. Now here's the problem when I do this. Everybody that knows my number. Now I have my phone on mute, and I always forget to put it back. Shelly, yesterday included, text me. And I don't have the volume on. I don't see text. So I apologize. It's because of the Daily Brew I don't answer text. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So anyway, big decisions today, what we're going to get. We're going to Lakeland for some softball. So probably do a little stop on the way home. Hopefully by the fire pit tomorrow night. Be celebrating a good day of ball. So we'll be swinging by ABC. I'm kind of feeling a little bit of Jack and honey, maybe. We'll see about it. But as always, we appreciate this. Let's put the radar on real quick to show you what's going on while we chit-chat. So, Daily Brew is brought to you every day here in the tropical season. We usually are Monday through Friday. We're live at night when there's a storm in the weekends. This time, we're kind of sporadic through the winter months. Springtime now, first day of meteorological spring. Say that word, meteorological. We'll be live next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And there will be no live the following week as we are on the weather cruise. Our third annual Mike's Weather Page cruise is taking off next Saturday. Yay! No dogs allowed. Can't wait for that. Hanging with our crew. Little lighter crowd this year, so you get more of Mike. Next year is going to be a little different. We're going to do it a different time frame and maybe a little shorter cruise. I'm thinking the long cruise might have been a little too much for folks this time. Shorter cruise, we had the most people. But anyway, let's say hi to some people real quick. Tom's going on a cruise Friday. Good for you, buddy. Have fun. Maybe we'll cross paths out there in the water somewhere. Good morning, Miss Morgan. Good morning, I Sell Houses. We go back Monday through Friday in May. May 15th, we usually try to do that because that's when the NHC starts doing daily outlooks. We're going to talk about hurricane season at the end of the show today. I promise you that. About 30 minutes from now, you can count on it or come back and watch it. We're going to talk about the hurricane season. Lots of discussion out there, and I want to tell you my 2 cents. Good morning, Miss Misty Blue. Where's Mike at today? In Oldsmar. Ryan Sullivan, good morning. Naples, what's up down south? What's up, Jason Strong, my buddy from Texas? Big news out west in Texas is the fires. And you know what? There's even a increased chance next week for the same Panhandle area. You know, I learned something new. The Texas Panhandle is not North Texas. North Texas is usually the part below the Panhandle. I always think a Panhandle is lower part. So Texas, lower part is the tip of Texas, I think, right? Is that called the tip of Texas, not the Panhandle? Panhandle's the north part. That's where the big fires are at. 1 million acres. Huge. Hey, Miss Katie Haley, what's up? That's not my projection there, Miss Jody. That was Eric's. We're going to talk about that. But Jody, that was, you were asking what they projected. That was a screenshot from his live. So, there you go. Going to be wet. Yep, next week. That's the current radar we're looking at, by the way. We got a lingering front line. We're going to talk about the chances of storms and rains here through the next several days, and then we're going to get right into hurricane chit-chat. Promise you that. Morning, Miss Stacy. Jody, yep. I was trying to help you out there. Somebody screenshotted it over on Twitter, so I stole it and put it over there for you. And we're talking about Eric Burtis' forecast, which I will be sharing here after the live because they are from Florida and fairly accurate sometimes. A lot of times, most of the time, does a great job, I think. I love watching his 8 o'clock show in the morning. And they projected a busy season as everybody else has. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Eric's going on the cruise. What's up? Melisha wants to know what song. That is a Andy Simmons song that he wrote just for us. Emerson, good morning over there. What's up, buddy? Of course, we're getting the dog snores going there. But by the way, going back to my website, you can listen to all the songs here. He's got a lot of songs right here. Go right there. All the original MWP songs are right there. There's a lot of them. So, all right. Let's get into weather a little bit. I'll keep saying hi to everybody. Hey, what's up, Mr. Jeffrey Foster? Good morning, Lorena. Thanks for the stars, Miss Marcia. Mary Carol Chapman, how you doing? Mary Krause, good morning to you. All right, say goodbye, Hunter. I think the pollen's got me a little bit. All right. Well, it is Friday. We started a merch drop last Friday, but I actually posted it on Thursday. We're going to do a limited run of our weather radios. I finally got them in. they are going to go fast because we are including Julie's going to be mad at me because she's already boxed them up. She's already stickered them and everything. I think this one's got the koozie. Does she have a koozie in this one? Oh, no, the box isn't. Well, anyway, look. This one's even got the sticker on it yet. Oh, yeah. Look at that. MWP Storm Gear. All right. And surely you can get these. I know you've seen them. Everybody asked me where to get them. Well, anyway, I ordered a bunch of them so we could sell them at 20 bucks or whatever. So we're going to be selling these. They're hand crank. They got a flashlight. They got a charger for your cell phone. They got all the weather radio, AM, FM. It's got a ton of features. So anyway, that'll be today's merch drop. Watch for the link before noontime. And yeah, every hurricane season I share that and I get a million questions. I want one. I keep one in my truck. So they're cheap. Be a great Father's Day gift coming up. So we'll probably do 25 bucks with shipping. I think we just include shipping, but that it's going to come with a koozie, limited run. So can't pass up a MWP koozie, that's for sure. All right, so we got March. Yeah, we'll post in the Brew Crew first, Miss Shelley Ross. It's getting close to time, too. We start getting our subscribers back. If you'd like to support our efforts here at MWP, we have a bunch of options. People ask us all the time. So we appreciate all the 4-year members now of our Brew Crew going into the 4th year. But we do perks, and I do texts, and, we do a lot of stuff. Try to do a lot of extras and shirts and stuff. So it is the season to sign up if you want extra. All right. So it is the first day of March. Here is our outlooks that have came out for the month. Pretty trendy what we've been seeing. This is showing pretty much winter is slipping away. Temperatures out west because we're going to have a lot of rain and moisture out west coming in from that Pacific. But overall temperatures, middle part, eastern part of the country expected to be above normal. That means pretty much not a lot of winter left. For your temps, as I just spit everywhere. At least nobody's here to see it. Coffee time. Precipitation outlook. Kind of reminiscent of what we're seeing right now, right? A massive flow of moisture from the Pacific. That's where we got the jet stream. It's kind of making that transition a little bit. We're getting a little bit more action here, pulling to the north, and tremendous snowfall expected out west. I already shared it a bunch, and I don't think a lot of people watch me are into that, but feet of snow out west. But anyway, precipitation outlook for the month of March. Here you go. And look at the south. All right. Still expected to have a flow here of moisture rolling in. El Nino is slipping away, but the subtropical jet stream is still there before it makes that transition to nowhere and we get back to normal patterns again. But could be above average rain in the south and the east for the month of March. Below average across the middle as we get some sort of a dome in between here because of the two different streams. This is why it gets hot between. So that's your March outlook. All right, radar we just showed. Lots of juice happening in the northern part of the Gulf. This is a linguine front. If you follow Mike's weather page, we like to follow the spaghetti theme, and linguine looks like lingering. So it's not a typo. It's linguine front. So that is a lot of juice rolling up from the upper Gulf Panhandle up in the Mississippi, Alabama, some into Georgia, even northward. All right. And we can go back over here. You always confirm things like this. I love surface charts. I didn't even know what the heck they were years ago. But anyway, here you go. There's our linguine front. Now, when they start to flip over to the warm front side, we can start to see a little bit more chances of storms. So we'll see if that indeed happens or not. Then tomorrow, there's more isolated storm chances. Our front's just hanging out. Then we go to Sunday. There's our front lingering. Goes a little farther south. And then on the rest of the week here, you can see what happens. Here's Monday, Tuesday. Now here comes our next frontal line Wednesday. So somewhere in this transition on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we could see some storms across the upper Gulf as our possible dip in the jet stream rolls in. Anytime we get a dip in the jet stream, we get storm chances up. So let's close these out. All right. Storm potential for that's overall. Here's day 1 today. So what this means is this. All right. It means time for coffee. What's up, Mr. Cliff? How's Carolina? That's right, Loretta Reed. Cool, we got new subscribers. That's great, Miss Shelley. Mr. Bob, what's up? Thank you, buddy. Yeah, man. North Texas is Dallas. That's right, Jason. See, I was corrected over there. And there you go. Hey, Beast Athletics, you're going on Royal Caribbean. Radiance and Seas. Is that the one we were on, Shelley? I need to know. We just left Tampa. Is that the one that goes to Costa Maya? God, it was great. We loved it. Good time. All right, so here's the storm chances today. Light green is just thunderstorms, okay? Nothing's organized enough to become level 1, 2, or 3. So if there's any good news, there's nothing like severe expected. Random thunderstorms, yes, that's today. Saturday, unfortunately. Bike week, I know. Been trying to get this forecast for y'all. Just random rains, storms. Anytime, any place. Sunday the same. That's Sunday. That was Saturday I just closed. This is Sunday. So kind of random off and on rains for the weekend here across Florida. Now we'll do some estimated radar here in a second. It's not going to be all day, every day. It's just going to mean that the chances are there a little bit. I did to Mexico. I know. I don't remember what ship it was. Jess over there in Pittsburgh. Good morning, buddy. 4th warmest ever Pittsburgh. Yeah, I believe it. It's crazy. This El Nino has been fascinating to watch. The jet stream doesn't come down as far, and we have another one here. So we get a bubble here, and that's why it's been hot. The jet stream hasn't dipped. Jet stream doesn't dip. Then we don't get a lot of snow. And we don't get a lot of cold fronts down south. All right. Here is what's coming, though. Let's talk about everything on the way. Then I want to dive into hurricane season. I want to know where we went. I know you know the ship. Shelly's on standby so she can bring me what I might forget. North Dakota. Oh my God! The only thing for North Dakota. Are you from North Dakota? Well, the only thing we can look at long range here. Let's look at some long range stuff. Windy, guaranteed that. This is your long range hazards map. So we're going to go right into this too. So this is next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. We're going to see storms return for the upper Gulf Coast. Critical wildfire risks still exist over the weekend. And they highlighted 3-3, so that's interesting for Sunday. Is there anything left to burn out there? Terrible wildfires, right? Man. But anyway, unfortunately, the panhandle of Texas and surrounding areas are highlighted for this weekend as potential fire issues. This big old brown area here is high winds, plains this time of year, and then, of course, the big snow out west. So it doesn't look like North Dakota's got anything other than wind. That would be over the weekend, Sunday, with this next front line that's coming down. Okay, so anyway, this is what's coming. This is an experimental product, SIPS, Experimental Analog-Based Severe Weather Guidance, uses the ensemble mean from the GFS, basically just showing you long-range predictions, and it's just pretty big highlighted area for next Tuesday. It's obviously it'll get tweaked, it'll get changed a lot. About 5 days ago, maybe 6-7 days, I don't even know when I did it, but I posted the GFS or the Euro, and it showed almost a closed low, indicating the same thing. So this general area, there's a lot of question marks on next week. We haven't had really strong storms. Mother Nature doesn't go very long before the next outbreak. So common sense just kind of says probably going to have something brewing, just from facts. History repeats itself. All right, another things you look at, let's go to Storm Prediction Center. And you can see here, that they discuss it for day 5 and beyond. Significant differences in the 500 flow patterns. Stronger upper trough over the southwest U.S., meaning it's going to eventually come east. Predictability remains low, but severe potential may exist given a stronger mid-level flow becomes established from the southern jet. So basically what they're saying is there's a chance. There's a chance for storms next week. Oh, that's a long cruise there. I've always wanted to go to Belize. What's up, Miss Jennifer Hawkins? Shelly, I'll do a viral post and make your phone go wild. I always love those late night posts, and I tell her. I deleted the one last night because I don't want somebody to fact check me. There is no February 30th. But the way social media is, somebody might report me as spreading false news, and next thing you know, I get tagged or something. All right. So let's look at some radar for the weekend. Let's dive into that. Then we're going to go into hurricanes. Hey, everybody liked my Furman post yesterday. Appreciate that. They got that new 50 amp big old generator I bragged about, the inverter. Oh, I added a new link I want to show everybody. That's why I came back here. Shelly, this is for you. New link. All right. So we got. So when you go to Mike's weather page, which is right here, Mike's weather page. You go down here, and here are your storm outlooks that I always share because I think this is very important. This is today. This is tomorrow. This is the next day. Then you have the range of 4 to 8 here. But then I added this page. This is your storm reports for yesterday, 2/29. All right? I share it sometimes. People like it. It actually shows you, like when we had that tornado outbreak a couple of days ago. Now, when you click on this, very important. It doesn't go to yesterday's. It goes to the main page. But as you can see right here, there isn't anything yesterday that was concerning. But you click on it, and it goes to the actual event page, which you can change the dates here. And this is already preset for today. Nothing. 29th, nothing. But we go into that outbreak we just had. They are now up to 29 reports of tornadoes. And I think 15 to almost close to 20 have been confirmed now. So our storm map for 2/27, that was that overnight a couple of days ago with those tornadoes up north. Look at the top of Illinois here, ton of them. But 29 reports now, tornadoes that on 2/27. Most of those were overnight. So anyway, I added that to the page. Because I like, oh God, now I gotta... They did this yesterday. Man. Bummer. They keep defaulting to verified data, and I can't use the page. I emailed Ryan about it. Bummer. All right. Well, at least there really wasn't much on there I wanted to look at. Well, let's look at the HRR. Let's go to Tropical Tidbits. All right. Tropical Tidbits got a new server yesterday. Oh, we got some new forecast models, by the way, on Tropical Tidbits, okay? February 29th, he updated these yesterday on right here. So we have new Ensemble AIFS. These are experimental kind of forecast models that I used some last year during hurricane season. And they a little more like higher res thinking. So anyway, if you're all into that, plotting grid resolution also increased some, which is great. So big changes to tropicaltidbits.com yesterday. I support them monthly, obviously, and Levi's been a great online friend. We've never met personally, but try to support him and all that they do for us. So I always encourage folks now and then to remember to support them if you use their stuff a lot. But as far as the next 2 days, let's look at the 12Z, which is 48 hours. All right, let's zoom in on the southeast. Everybody wants to know the southeast. All right, this is what we got for the next 48 hours. 48 hours. Here's what we got. So let's go into this afternoon. There we go. All right. Let's go into this evening. There you go. So that little surge that's over upper Gulf is actually going to wiggle its way a little bit east. So a little more heavier rains this evening for the Florida Panhandle northward. And some of this can actually get into the Carolinas. So if you got plans on Friday night, here's where your two big surges are tonight. We get into tomorrow morning, and by wake up time, this is all overnight. By wake up time tomorrow, about 12 Z is about 7 a.m. There it is. All right, so South Carolina stuff tonight ends up in North Carolina by the morning, and that Panhandle stuff goes all a little bit more towards the east and a little bit more down into Florida by tomorrow morning. Okay? We get a little bit of incoming juice throughout the day tomorrow. So by afternoon tomorrow, the big question mark is how far south does this go? Unfortunately, this is smack dab over top of bike week. So if this wine wiggles, there you go. This is the afternoon tomorrow. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. It just means the chances are there. Now, any of these could be isolated thunderstorms tomorrow. Doesn't mean we're not going to have storms. It just means we could have thunderstorms tomorrow. That's why we have the light green highlighted area. So tomorrow night, afternoon, there you go. So tomorrow night, that line pushes down a little farther south. That's our lingering frontal line, wiggles and wobbles. Thunderstorms possible. Bike week will be a little better tomorrow, later today. So like I said, it's not a rain out for anybody. It's just random rains and storms tomorrow. We get into Sunday morning, and it could clear out. And one time Sunday looked better than Saturday. But that front might just give all she's got tomorrow and be done. Here's Sunday morning. So, all right, there's that. Now, hi, the storms that are coming next week. Let's look at the Euro. Let's take a look at the New Euro. It's a little more blended there. I like this one a little better. All right, so here's what we got during the midweek. And basically another surge comes in Monday here. All right, so this is actually Monday night. So another little area is popping up. Some of the storms will start in Texas on Monday, but this is a repeat pattern. Monday, here's that maybe low pressure Tuesday, and maybe a squall line Wednesday morning here, with potential of this thing maybe trying to dig a little bit, maybe being a cutoff low. Cutoff lows can bring a little stormier pattern. This is Wednesday morning next week. And then Wednesday afternoon here. So that nothing's changed. We've been talking about this for a week now. Monday, so we got, basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And whatever this thing ends up being, we'll have to keep an eye on. But whatever's here could push off to the East Coast later Wednesday into Thursday. So that's still on tap for next week. Other models have been picking up on it too. Here's your icon for next Tuesday morning. So it starts out Monday a little bit over here, but Tuesday morning it really gets going. There's overnight Monday, and then Tuesday morning, and then Tuesday throughout the day. Here's Tuesday night, and then the icon stops there. Let's go to 00Z. Tuesday night, and then Wednesday morning, and then Wednesday night. So definitely that's what we got. Now, how far down these little isobars go, and we'll have to see. That was the icon, the GFS. Here is Monday evening, Tuesday morning. Really got some rains midday Tuesday. And then Wednesday morning. And then there you go. So not as intense past the central part, but you get the idea. And then the Canadian will be the last one. Same thing. Monday night. Tuesday morning. Tuesday night. Wednesday morning here. So that, there you go. Wednesday morning. There. I mean, it's pretty darn. We'll just have to see how strong it gets. That's all. Even the Storm Prediction Center is talking about it. Lots of questions on how strong it might go. But again, long range looking at the SIPS model, which is on my site right here, SIPS model. Day 5 is already showing possibility of severe storms. So that's all I got to say about that. Okay. All right. Hurricane time. Troy, I got your message, buddy. Severe storms in Biloxi. Interesting. That was that Upper Gulf stuff we were just showing. How's the Gulf North Tampa looking this weekend, Courtney? Well, I just went through it, but just isolated storms. Saturday could be rough. Oh, Reed, is it a big race this weekend? Is it Saturday, Reed? If it's Saturday, you might be all right. Saturday morning looks pretty good for the Tampa Bay area. Looks like it develops a little later in the day on Saturday. Miss Katie's going to the Cape. What's going on at the Cape? Hey, we're heading to the Cape Friday. Any cruisers going Friday? Chieflin, Lorna, were you one that I met? Did we meet at the Florida Man Games? I met some folks from Chieflin. If not, your whole population of 4, I met 2 of you. Vicky, it would be bike week without rain. Ain't that the truth? It always rains in Daytona. What's up, Miss Nancy? Good morning, everybody. You didn't get notified, Daniel Douglas, until 3 hours later. Are you kidding me? Wow. Yeah, Tom, my Storm Chaser is pearl white, and I don't wash it because I think it's pretty cool to have hurricane debris on it, but it is a light shade of green right now, and our Charger is gets pollened every day from the oak tree. I don't even know why I went to the car wash. The next night I woke up to a million little pieces of the oak tree on there. James Thomas, Destin next week. It'll be a hit or miss, man, with these storms coming in. Later Tuesday on, it might be more rain that way into Wednesday. Jake, what's up, buddy? Yep, less than 100 days. I know, right? A lot of chit-chat about hurricane season. Mary from Hialeah. Cool. Fishing tomorrow. Kenneth. All right. Hey, tonight we're doing that TBBC party. They got their West Chase location here. Technically, it's Oldsmar, but Tampa Brewing Company's got a big event. Make sure you check out their social page. I shared it this week. So if you're heading there, cheers. We'll be hanging out by the fire pit. All the local breweries are invited. I think I saw Crooked Thumb will be there. They're the ones that make Dennis Phillips beer. So make sure you head over there for that. All right. Talk tropics a little bit. All right. So Eric Burris came out with a big forecast today. My buddy Brian Shields, I shared in our brew crew this morning. He did a forecast this week. Everybody so far is predicting a above average season. All right. Guaranteed. That is what the official forecast will be. I bet anything when Colorado State comes out with their seasonal average or predictions, it's going to be above normal, guaranteed. And then NOAA's too. Okay, there's a lot of factors, and I want to dive into all that. But here's the latest. This is Eric Burris' forecast. They just came out with it today. They're at, they didn't go as high as I thought, but they still 16 to 20. Normal is 14 name systems, so they're higher. Normal year of hurricanes 7, they're going 8 to 10. Major hurricanes 3 to 5. So I already shared weather bells. They went way off the chart, showing way more storms than this. AccuWeather had a headline of a hyperactive season or something like that. So I guess the point is this. I'm going to go into all the details, but man, I got into this hype a couple years ago and started sharing these. It gets everybody worked up early. I don't think it's needed, especially in March 1st. So it's great to have forecasts, yes, but my experience is that you get all worked up early, and really we're talking about stuff that happens several months from now. August, September, October are the big ones. But, last year was the fourth most active season ever as far as named storms, right? Other than Idalia, right? Who really got affected? Now, we had Lee that fizzled. Luckily, it didn't hit anything. Yeah, Lee was a monster, but we had very, very little action. We had Harold in Texas. What was the other one? Hell, I can't remember the name. Oh, my goodness. What was it? What was the name? Last year, it was Ophelia. But that was it. So you can have a season with a lot of activity and nothing, other than Idalia. So getting caught up in numbers is not good. But people like them, so it is going to be an active season. I would almost bet money. I did share something the other day privately with our little brew crew because, I put a lot of thoughts out. Sometimes I don't want to openly because probably does what. But anyway, strong El Nino years following those years, which we're going to be in, don't always mean a lot of storms. So this transition to La Nina, I did a lot of looking back, and the strong El Nino years that we had the next year really weren't as active as one would think. Second year La Nina has, so there's no guarantees. Bottom line, it only takes one. That's my motto. I'm sticking to it. One storm a season can define your whole season. But the factors that go into these preseason forecasts are that's all you see on X. If you follow X, all you see is these anomalies that are happening. The water temperature anomalies are like way up there, like 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 degrees above normal. That has got everybody stumped. Like it's now it's starting to rise along. So where it stops, nobody knows. That's the one big factor right now is water temperatures. Tropical Tidbits has a bunch of great long-range modeling maps that a lot of folks share, climate models. So, the fact that we're in, all right, three things. Everybody's talking about it is this right here. First off, the transition into La Nina is likely, it's already starting to show out in the Pacific. The waters in the Pacific that they measure are already turning quick. So this drop from a strong El Nino are definitely going to happen, and by middle of the season, we're going to be right smack dab into La Nina. We go into that all the time. La Nina means typically more named storms. So that's factor number one that everybody's using. The other factors, though, are really interesting stuff here. If you look at the North Atlantic, all right, long-range SIPS models, if you just look at things like precipitation, all right, this is what's got everybody chattering the most. Let's go to August. So these long-range precipitation models, kind of accurate. I mean, they're not. Nothing's ever 100%. But one of the things that a lot of long-range forecasters are discussing are the rains in Africa that begin in the Indian Ocean. Everything flows across that. Hey, Louis, what are you doing? Oh, Louis looking right at me like kind of freaky looking. The Intertropics Convergence Zone, the ITCZ, this bottom layer here that happens, white is normal precipitation expectations. So white is pretty much where the average rainfall is on a 30-year average. Or not, this is not an anomaly. This is an anomaly one. Okay. This is more of a precipitation anomaly. But the green is inches basically above normal. And this is what's got everybody's attention, and it's been so consistent. Are these models that keep running are showing a large area of increased rain all through the main development region, basically all the way through the Gulf and the Caribbean. That's a lot of precipitation anomalies showing above average. That's for the month of August. We go to September. A lot of moisture is expected. And then October. October is where we normally worry down here in the Caribbean. So that number two is why some of these really, really, really active predictions. Now you got to remember when they have an average season with hurricanes, they go back climatology what we normally get in a 30-year span. So named systems, hurricanes, major hurricanes are averages. So when you start looking at conditions that are above average that favor storms, those numbers have to be increased. So if water, models are showing increased rains, there you go. So that's that. So that one alone, we'll leave that one there. Now the other models that we have, we actually have sea surface anomalies. So let's go to August. They're hot now. Guaranteed hot now. They're not really expected to cool down at all. Here's April. So again, white is the normal, what normally we see. Oranges and reds, or there's no red. Yellows and oranges and bright oranges. So there's April, May, June, July, August, September. So you can see now, these oranges, 1 to 2 to 3 degrees above normal. And this has been a very consistent prediction, is the water temperatures are expected to be above normal. Now look at the Pacific. And you might say, oh, yeah, whatever. Well, look at that. Look at over here. Do we have it on that one? I don't think we do. Just temperatures. Okay. Let's go back to the... But you can see the blue. It's just amazing, right? The difference. I don't know if we can do that with other regions. Maybe a little closer. No, just on the tropical side. All right. Well, anyway, you can see that it's not... Well, maybe Western Atlantic we might see a little better. So anyway, look at the difference in water temperatures on the Pacific side versus the Atlantic side. So, white's normal. So it's not just saying everybody's going to be warmer. It's still going to be colder than normal on the Pacific side. Doesn't mean cold. It just means cooler than average. So there you go. That's reason number 2, or 3 actually. So La Nina, precipitation, water temperature. Now, the other things I've been trying to learn more, and I really just haven't really been able to really pinpoint. You can look at anomalies with your Bermuda high pressure. Start looking at things like that. Where the high pressure is going to set up. I've been trying to ask a lot of experts, and nobody's really had a clear-cut answer. But to me, it seems like during La Nina years, we have a stronger Bermuda high. And when you have a stronger Bermuda high, you have more storms pivoting around this high. Just a theory that I have. And I've been looking at a lot of years of La Nina versus El Nino, and it does seem like we have more activity showing a stronger high, Bermuda high. So might be more, because of that. We look at past years, 2020, for example, obviously. Lots of activity here. You can see a big flow of storms around this high here in 2020. So, you get a stronger Atlantic ridge setting up, then you get a lot more activity around it. We go to other years that were, 04 was a La Nina year, believe it or not. But look, a lot of storms still, even with an El Nino year, ended up over here. So I think this right here is what we watch a lot. A couple years ago, we had an extreme predictions, and we had a lot of named storms, but the high was actually up here. When the high was up here, we had a lot more storms curving off, doing that. So this high is what you need to watch. And, but I haven't seen any good modeling, or I haven't seen anybody really discussing that yet. So again, you just don't know how many we're going to get. We don't know if they're all going to miss the land or not. That's my point. I mean, here was an El Nino year, and obviously Florida had 4 hurricanes. So, I just, I think the water temp's probably the number one thing that means the most with the amount of storms. If the water temperatures remain hot, there's more fuel, and we're already starting to see water depths increasing quite a bit. I think this is ahead of schedule as far as this is ocean heat content, so we're already starting to see water below the surface starting to really get going. So, I just, Mother Nature throw you curveballs all the time. I mean, you just don't know. You just don't know. It's just it's just impossible to know. Like I said, last year was the fourth biggest season. We really only had Idalia to worry about. So, there's been years with 4 storms. And, so, yeah. Now let's look at 2020, for example. All right, so the only thing we can look at is 2020. All right, so 2020 is an extremely active year. Here's the anomaly map. This is basically the weekly averages of temperatures right now. So this is based on 30-year averages, and the water temperatures are way above normal, okay? This is happening right now. So let's go to sea surface temperatures. I like the anomaly map better. But now I lost it, so we got to go back to this again. Oh, goodness. I can never find out how to go back to the future. Yeah. All right, so here's an anomaly map. All right, so what I wanted to show is this. Weekly's fine. All right, let's go to show data values and go to US. All right. So here's where our temperatures are at now. So you can just see they're 2 degrees, 2.8 degrees. Sarah's texting me weird stuff. 4 degrees, 5 degrees, 6 degrees. So, you can just see everything in red is 2 to 3 degrees above where they usually are this time of year. What were they in 2020? Because we had a very active year in 2020. 2020 during the month of February going into March. Let's go back here and same time stamp here. They were hot. Not as hot, but they were still hot. So here's 2020, a very active year, right? Temperatures were almost the same in the Caribbean. Look at that. So some similarities. Lot cooler in the open Atlantic, but still warm in the Caribbean. Not as warm as it is today. 1.5 degrees. But we go to now, let's see the color shift, watch. Boom. Not much difference. So some comparisons to 2020, which was a La Nina year. This is what's got everybody wondering. But, we don't worry about storms out here, honestly. I mean, homegrown systems to me are way more making the news anymore than anything else. Long track hurricanes out here don't happen very often. Bad for the islands. Oh, yeah. But we don't see a lot of long-range storms. So, this is the area we're concerned about the most as far as storms really organizing last second and intensifying. So, there you go. Let's look at another year. Let's look at 04. So, 04 was the year MWP got rolling pretty heavy So, water temperatures in 04... for the same time frame, a lot cooler. But it's right, it's March 1st. Nobody knows what's going to be in September or August, so that's my question mark. What will the temperatures be when it really matters? That's the big question mark. But long range maps, you got to put a little bit of trust in them, and they're showing all that stuff. So anyway, all right. Flux capacitor. George, great question. The Gulf Stream plays a lot on rapid intensification, more than anything. A lot of studies went into Ida. Ida rode this storm smack dab up through the Gulf, right over top of that loop current, which is the Gulf Stream. So Yes, and these obviously this is a loop current that's fixing to break off, and you can see it magnificently here. Once this thing breaks off, it'll drift around and become its own. Then we'll get a new current that will eventually push deeper into the Gulf. Eventually, then we'll get another loop current. So these little loop currents and loop eddies, it was proven that the storms use these. That's why we have so many systems that rapidly intensify in the Gulf. So much fuel here. So again, a lot of emphasis is being put on the Eastern Atlantic right now, but I don't know if that really matters or not. Now the Gulf Stream here, there's a couple articles I've read about the Gulf Stream slowing down, and there's no proof to that, any of that. Well, there might be proof, I don't know, but seems like we're getting a lot more water intrusion on the Florida East Coast. And one of the articles I read was because the Gulf Stream's slowing down just a little bit, is this allowing a little bit more water to be pushed closer to the coast. That's just common sense observation there. If water used to flow and the Gulf Stream picked it up, it would mean less water making it farther west. So just my thinking is if the Gulf Stream's slowing down a little bit, then that's why we're getting a lot more floods. Look at Daytona, man. They used to race Daytona 500 on the sands. And a couple years now, we've had seawalls gone. Unheard of for the Florida East Coast. So, yeah, Gulf Stream supplies all that heat and fuel. And, the hotter the Caribbean is, then that water gets pushed up into the Gulf, kind of like a bathtub. And you can see that here on Bay News 9's awesome little graphic here that shows the water temperatures, 80, 81 are already through the Caribbean. But you can see that water gets pushed up through the Gulf. And you get another map I have here, which is pretty neat. I think it's this one, daily water temps. And you can kind of see it kind of cool here in the Gulf Stream here. This is more imagery. Oh, it just shows you the warm Gulf waters are pushing up through the Caribbean. And so the warmer the water is in the Caribbean, the hotter the Gulf gets, more fuel down the road. So anyway. This new X, good point. Am I rule number 7 or safe versus sorry? Scooter, good question. I love Dennis. I was chatting with Dennis this morning, believe it or not. Me and Dennis have become really good friends. I think he's probably right a lot with that don't, get freaked out thing because, you freak out 100 million people and only 10,000 get affected. Well, then 998,000 people are overworked up for nothing. So I get both points. I think, I don't know. I don't make predictions. I just, because I've seen years that were supposed to be active become not active, and years that were not supposed to be active. I've seen EF3 tornadoes this winter in a level 1 marginal green risk. EF3s. So Mother Nature always throws curveballs. So my thing is there's always a chance. So what's up, Mr. Ian? How you doing down there in Jamaica? Safe versus sorry. That's right. Just be prepared. What's up, Bonnie from Maryland? Fairies flying by. Good morning. Crystal Crazy Cat Lady. Yeah, I name storms are amazing. Like, what is up with the eye storms? Just me living here selfishly. We've had to deal with Irma, Ian, Isaiah, Ida, Idalia. Those are all storms that either A, were supposed to hit us, or B, were close enough to us to feel effects, Tyler from Bama, Eastern Alabama. I probably drive right through your town on the way to Talladega. Sky, I'm in Oldsmar, Florida. Look me up, Mike's Weather page. Cassandra, I don't know. F1, I don't know what EF, I don't know. You're welcome, Mr. Loretta Reed. Yeah, and listen, early season systems. Listen, I'm gonna leave it on my buddy's direct remodel site here because they have an amazing offer for our MWP fans if you live in Florida here. Since we're talking about hurricanes, hurricane windows, you got to have hurricane windows. So if you live across the middle part of Florida, give our great friends at Direct Remodels a call. We partied a few weeks back at Tampa Bay Brewing Company. Good guys, great company, but had a few beers. Early season systems happen. May of, what was it? I think 8 years in a row we had a system in May, right? So May systems happen. It's very common. Very common. You get these front lines that end up stalling in the Gulf or Caribbean. We already saw the water temperatures are hot, and we've had systems in May. We've had systems in April. Heck, last year, 2023, we had a system in January that they determined was tropical that they didn't name until the end of the year. So it doesn't mean anything. The years that we get a May hurricane, what it does guarantee is we're going to get all kinds of hype. And oh my God, it's a heck of a cool news story that everybody loves. May, oh my God, this season's starting early. Oh my God. And then all of a sudden we get 3 months of nothing. Then everybody goes to sleep, and then the season kicks in. I mean, it's so weird that we talk about hurricanes now when the real season isn't until middle year. But it's always good to be prepared, to know your zone. I'm a big component of that, learning things now. Know your zone. I didn't even know my zone up to a year ago. So when they have evacuation orders, you know your zone. Did you know you can't? Listen, I sound like my buddy Justin Danger. Did you know? You can't go to a hotel in a zoned evacuation zone. So all of our hotels in Oldsmar are useless because they're in zone B. The new rule of thought or school of thinking is only evacuate as far as you need to go, 5, 10, 15 miles, because the winds are going to follow you. So you run from the water, hide from the wind. So you go to a friend's house, that way you don't got to worry about getting stuck on the highways and coming back home. If you live on a barrier island, make sure you get your little ID badge from your local sheriff's department. Pinellas County, everybody knows that, but you can't get back to your barrier island usually after a storm because they block it off and people get mad. But, I fired my generator up yesterday, made sure it runs. Make sure anybody with a generator, you need to make sure you run that at least once. I don't know what the recommended thing is, but for me, I do it every month. It's probably too long, but gas nowadays is terrible. Doesn't matter whose brand generator you got. It doesn't matter if you got anything that uses gas, unless you run ethanol free and put all kinds of stabilizer in it, you're going to have clogged carbs and jets, and so you got to make sure they run, because guess what, hurricane season, you might need it one day and it ain't going to start. So test it periodically. Here's $1 million tips I ain't going to get into, but once a month, Jake says. All right, zone A in Oldsmar, Katie. Oh my God, you must be on the other side of Tampa Road. So all right. Hey, your mommy's fall Bermuda High. That's pretty cool. I wish I could know more. I need to learn more about that. Oh, Cassandra learned off of Google. How about that? Corey has an electric generator. Let me tell you what. Oh, by City Hall. I probably. Did you go to our tree lighting ceremony? We got Oldsmar Days coming up. Yeah, love that. Fort Myers, Taylor, Tones, what's up? Tyler from Oxford. Zanetta wants to know what's going to happen. Well, we have rains maybe tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Maybe some Sunday morning. Hey, Rosie Crump, thank you for that. Cool. Yeah, I like it. Real tree stuff. I might go by and pick up some more today. We're going to be doing our merch drops on Friday. Today's merch drop will be a much needed hand crank weather radio that is so old school. It's wonderful. Sarah from Cape Coral, home of my buddy Matt Devitt. Follow him at Wink News. Good dude. There's also a girl on there that's on TikTok a lot. I really like her. She's funny. I don't even know her name. She pops up on my TikTok all the time. Nice girl. That's right, Lorena. Best thing to be prepared. Don't be scared. That's right. Anything else? We're just going to wind her down now. I got nothing else to say. I don't know. I was testing out this magnet thing. I was telling Julie about this magnet tape on online, and I was trying to make something that would hold a camera in the rain, but it didn't work too good. So magnet tape is going in the garbage. It lost all its. It doesn't have much magnet anymore. I demagnetized it somehow. I don't know what happened. But all my phones have magnetic bases on them, but I can test it, but it's weak. It's terrible. So that was a waste of money. In the trash. Heard Insta360's got a good camera. Anybody have any experience with that? Insta360? I'm looking for a good camera maybe that I can connect to my OBS software outside the truck. Because in the winter, glare on the windows is terrible. So, Zanetta is in Zone B. All right, anything else we can roll with? Have a great weekend, everybody. Remember, we're live next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Hello, Ms. Jody McCain. Port St. Joe, Kevin Capper. I know right where that's at. What was the name of that place we went to? Scallops Cove? Is that right? Scallops Cove? Off there? Sam Plash area. Cool. GoPro. Yeah, Dawn. I could do this. I hate GoPros. Good night, Tom. You're going to bed, huh? Oh, man. Heck yeah, Harold. Furman's the way to go. Cape Sandplass. Yeah, that's right, Kevin. Good family out there. We did a little meet and greet down there. Cool little place. Hope he's still in business. Yeah. What else we could talk about? Oh, I was going to talk about my dentist. So Julie and I. See you, Josh. Have a great buddy. So Julie and I laugh because I got a dentist cleaning at 1, and I always say I'm having surgery. She laughs. I hate cleanings. I hate them. I go 4 times a year, and it seems like I just went. I hate them. Ugh. So please think of me at 1 o'clock. All right, well, I'm going to wind her down. Got a lot to do. Cruise weather, Shelly. I don't want to talk about our cruise, man. I'm afraid to look. It's like a box of chocolates. Tyler from Bama. Take it easy, buddy. Thanks for watching over there. Nicole's not ready for the season. Well, we got a long way to go, Nicole. Janice, thank you for the weather. You're welcome. Nicole had a procedure on your arm yesterday. What's up with that? Well, let's see. What can we do about long range looking for our cruise? What is the most important thing to look at? See, this is what Sarah does to me all day long. If I wasn't looking, I wouldn't have known it because I turned my phone off. Now, I got to remember to turn the phone back on, but this is what Sarah sends me all the time, which is so funny. Poor Sarah. I don't know if you can read it or not. That's just all jibber jabber. But in her world, she's texting me. a bunch of letters, an occasional happy face. So I always write her back a bunch of letters because that's what we do. Jibber jabber. Now she'll be excited. Now watch. This is what she does. I'm going to predict it. Since I wrote her back, watch what she does. Let's see how long it takes her to write me back. Here we go. Let's see. I'm going to hold my breath. Boop, there you go. See, look what she wrote. INNS BF INXX BED. That's what we do. That's the best thing. Having a Downs kid is the best thing ever because she is always happy. So that's good. Anytime I don't get a bad email, it's a good day too. So I love my little girl. She makes my day. Hey, listen, Drew Garabo's doing an awesome thing at the bowling alley. He's probably going to have it on his show. I don't even know. It's in Tampa, but Shelly wants to text her all day. So, all right, Cruz, unmute my phone number. Oh, yeah, that's a good reminder, Susan. Well, I guess I can do it now. Well, then I got to turn it off during my dentist. I'll just leave it off. Nothing more embarrassing than being in the getting your hair cut or dentist and your phone starts going. I don't want to look at the weather yet. It's too far away. Well, we can look at the weather. Let's look at next Sunday. Oh, poor me. Let's see. Let's look at the Euro 00Z. Let's just look at lower dynamics. I don't know what we're going to look at. Let's just kind of look at this, see if there's anything. When do we leave? Oh, it's next week. Oh, hell, it barely goes to 10 days. There is a front coming down this next weekend, though. Oh, God, I hope it's not a cold front. That's next Sunday night. Huh. Oh. Could be a little cold front Sunday. Ugh. Well, it could mean two things. Could mean get it out of the way. Kind of good. Actually, you know what? You probably, since our cruise is so long, everybody, we probably want something on Sunday because that would mean the following weather would be phenomenal. So yeah, Sunday. Let's see, GFS showing a lot weaker. So there is a front coming down. Let's look at the temperature. Oh, we hit the wrong one. All right, it's not really a cold one. You gotta like that. So maybe a little rain on what do they call it? The debarkation day or whatever. It'll change. So anyway. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Really appreciate it. We'll be live next Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. And we got a busy week on tap, so we'll survive. So have a good one. All right, thanks for watching.